Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Myself Kusuma, studying in Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. Today we'll be discussing about the compare of the computer architecture of the modern processors from the two different vendors in terms of the memory, speed and expansion bus. Two different vendors in processors are Intel and the AMD. Let us move on to the Intel. Intel Corp is the world's largest manufacturer of the central processing units and semiconductors. The company is best known for the CPUs based on its x86 architecture, which was created in the 1980s and has been continuously modified, revised, and modernized. Intel products and services are Core Processor. Intel's top product is its CPU line for the desktop and laptop computers. Primary products are sold under the Core brand name, with the newest generation of the Core i9 processors having up to 12 cores. Supporting PC chipset. In 2007, Intel introduced its vPro brand for the remote IT management and support. It comes as standard issue on every Intel motherboard for a server, laptop and desktop computer. The vPro business technology enables IT departments to monitor, update and troubleshoot multiple PCs without having to physically go to the hardware in the question. Next, AMD. An AMD processor is a central processing unit made by Advanced Micro Devices designed to power a wide range of the computing devices. Known for their high performance and cost effectiveness, AMD processors are a popular choice for the gamers, creators and everyday users. An Advanced Micro Devices processor is a computer processor designed or manufactured by the AMD, an American semiconductor and technology company. The company also produces flash memories, graphics processors, motherboard chipsets, and a variety of the components used in the consumer electronics goods. Motherboard, printed circuit board that connects all the components of a general purpose computer. A motherboard is often referred to as a backbone or spine of a computer. Let us see the difference between the Intel and the AMD in terms of the memory. So in the case of the Intel processors traditionally have been designed to work with a wider range of the memory types and the speeds, whereas in the case of the AMD processors have historically been known for the robust integrated memory controllers and robust support for the high-speed memory. Intel processors have supported a variety of the memory technologies including DDR3, DDR4 and now DDR5, and are often known for their broader compatibility with the different memory models. AMD's Ryzen processor, for example, have been designed to work seamlessly with high-speed DDR4 and the latest DDR5 memory models. Intel processors are also typically designed with advanced memory management features, including support for the higher memory speeds and capacities in their latest processor generations. AMD's latest processor also support technologies such as AMD's Infinity Fabric, which allows for efficient communication between CPU cores and memory modules. In the case of the speed, in terms of the speed, Intel processor have clock speed up to 5.0 GHz, whereas in the case of the AMD has clock speed of 5.0 GHz, but they will generate more heat. Intel processors have relatively higher overclocking potential. AMD processors have lower overclocking potential in comparison to the Intel processor. Intel has focused on achieving high single core performance by pushing for higher clock speeds and optimizing their architecture for single-threaded tasks, while AMD's processors are often of the competitive single-core performance. They are known as for their strength in the multi-threaded workloads and productivity tasks. In terms of the expansion bus, in the case of the Intel developed and championed the PCI, that is Peripheral Component Interconnect bus standard, which has gone through a various iterations including PCI X and PCI Express. In the case of the AMD on the other hand has also utilized this industry standard bus architecture in its processor and chipsets. These standards have been widely adopted in the industry and have dominated the expansion bus landscape for many years. However, AMD has differentiated its offerings by incorporating support for technologies such as hypertransport, which serve as the high-speed interconnects within AMD processors and chipsets, enabling efficient communication between different components of the system. Let us see some of the differences between the AMD and Intel. Description: data communication technology. In the case of the AMD, hyper-transport technology, whereas in the case of the Intel, it is dedicated high-speed interconnect. Clock speed. In the case of the AMD, it is 2.0 GHz, whereas in the case of the Intel, it is 2.93 GHz. Memory access technology. Non-uniform memory access in the case of the AMD, whereas in the case of the Intel, memory controller hub connect. Processor communication architecture. In the case of the AMD, it is quick path interconnect, whereas in the case of the Intel, it is symmetric multiprocessor, symmetric microprocessor capabilities. In the case of the AMD, up to 8 sockets per 32 cores, whereas in the case of the Intel, it is up to 4 sockets per 16 cores. Main focus on the ProLiant server, whereas in the case of the AMD, it is data security. In the case of the Intel, it is power management. Virtualization technology. In the case of the AMD, it is rapid virtualization, indexing, and direct connect architecture. Whereas in the case of the Intel, it is hypervisor through virtual machine monitor. Description: server hybrid technology. In the case of the AMD, it is innovated by AMD, whereas in the case of the Intel, it is not it is innovative as AMD. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel.